It's NIHL Game of the Week time here, and today we are in Geneva at the Fox Valley Ice Arena, the NHL rink as it's referred to, for a 12 and under Peewee matchup. The Cyclones Peewee 12U team takes on an out-of-state rival in the South Bend Irish Rovers. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Geneva. My name is Aaron Schellen, and I will be bringing you all of today's Peewee action between the Cyclones and the Irish Rovers. Before we get into today's action, let's take a look and see where these two teams match up early on in this Silver Tier 1 division. For the Cyclones, they're still looking for their first victory. Both teams actually looking for their first victory of the regular season. The Cyclones playing their third game of the year. They are 0-1-1, while the Irish Rovers 0-1, playing just their second game of this regular season. Last time out for the Irish Rovers was a week ago today down in Crestwood at Southwest Ice Arena. That was a 5-2 loss to St. Jude, while the Cyclones ended their first game back on the 14th in a 3-3 tie up at Glacier against the Ice Dogs. And last time out for the Cyclones was back on Thursday night, a 3-0 loss to the Leafs. So both teams still looking for their first victory of the regular season. So hope one of those teams may pick up win number one here this afternoon. The Northern Illinois Hockey League is the largest youth hockey league in Illinois and one of the largest in the country. It is made up of over 50 travel hockey organizations. Almost all the clubs are from Illinois, with a few from Indiana, Iowa, Missouri, and Wisconsin. This is the 53rd season of play in the Northern Illinois Hockey League. The NIHL member organizations field Tier 2 travel teams that compete in the squirt, peewee, bantam, and midget age groups defined by USA Hockey. The league also offers all girls hockey divisions each season. NIHL will partner with the Chicago Blackhawks to hold the league's NIHL Blackhawks tournament at the conclusion of this season. For more information about NIHL and its programs, please contact Bob Apter, the NIHL president, or visit the website at nihil.info. And before we get into today's game, the entire NIHL community wants to send our best wishes for a speedy and complete recovery to the coaches and all of the players of the St. Ignatius College Prep Junior Varsity team. The team was involved in a car crash last Saturday night out near Warsaw, Indiana. Two of the team's members remain hospitalized. Just remember, everybody, accidents can occur anytime into anybody. Stay safe in your travels, especially now as the weather starts to turn lousy. Give yourself additional time. Give yourself additional space. Don't rush. Get to where you're going safely. That is what is important. So these two teams are actually going to play twice today. They play here on the NHL rink in about 20 seconds, and then later this evening, they are going to hop on over to the international rink, and they are going to play again. So an Irish Rover Cyclone doubleheader here for you today at the Fox Valley Ice Arena. Again, my name is Aaron Schellen. I will be running the ship solo today, so bear with me here a little bit as I'm the cameraman, the scoreboard operator, and the play-by-play broadcaster. Usually takes me a few minutes to kind of get my feet underneath me when I'm running a solo ship today, but hope you enjoy today's action. We are ready to go. So the Cyclones in their home whites with the blue numbers with some yellow stripes, and the Irish Rovers look like the Irish. Puck down in the Irish end, thrown around to the far side. That's TJ Hyduck behind the net. It's around, up, and out to the neutral zone. No, I guess that did come out of the zone, cleared right back in here by the Cyclones. 12-minute periods. Puck scaled the length of the ice. Brand new, fresh ice surface. That will come down for an icing, and the faceoff will come down to the right, where Robert Brechtel gets the start in goal for the Irish Rovers. Down at the other end for the Cyclones, it'll be number 58, Sam Gearman, getting the nod in net for the Cyclones. Again, both teams looking for their first regular season win. Cyclones 0-1-1, Irish Rovers 0-1. In that far corner, puck up, that's Alex Slade. Plays the puck forward. Dylan Feinberg stops, loses it to Slade. Slade behind the net. Good stick work, centered it. And the Cyclones will skate out with it. 1-on-4. That's Carson Katoza. Katoza takes that wide, puts it towards the goal. Brechtel really deep in his net. Opportunity here for the Cyclones. Shot in, whistles wide of that near post. Puck out to center ice where the Cyclones will regain possession. Top of the faceoff dots, thrown in, save made, rebound, shot, another left pad save made by Brechtel, another shot. This one goes just wide of the near post. 3 opportunities there for the Cyclones. Robert Brechtel showing that left pad flexibility. That second save was the toughie. Cyclones come right back the other direction again. That's Jack Mulcahy. Mulcahy whistles the wrist shot into the body of Brechtel. The puck squirts out, and it forces the Irish Rovers to play it. They now come out with speed into the Cyclones' defensive end. Cyclones are able to get it there. Short-handed Cyclones team today, missing a couple of their players. So it's only 5 skaters on the bench for the Cyclones as this one is thrown in deep by the Rovers. First one on it will be Cash Becker. Behind the net, Cyclones now. Up off the boards. Tapped forward, kept in at the point by Becker. Dumped down in deep where Easton Geisel throws it into the high slot area. Opportunity, puck knocked off a stick, and the Cyclones come the other direction with it. Almost a collision there at center ice. Emmett Farrell with some space stops right at the blue line. That allows the Cyclones to recover and bang it out to center ice. Turned around, fired right back the other direction. Dylan Feinberg now takes it wide, comes across the blue line, tries to center it, looking for Katoza. Finds the stick of Fitzgerald. He has his stick lifted, and coming the other direction with it is Evan Stevens, 1-on-3. Stevens down in that far corner. A couple players run into each other and go down, slung around off the far boards, kept in by the Irish Rovers at that far half boards. Cyclones now out into center ice. Mulcahy loses it, but it finds the stick of number 30, Alex Olson. Olson fires the slap shot. Save made by Brechtel, and he covers up. So nothing still the score here with 8:24 left to go in the first period. Cyclones, a couple of good opportunities here early on. Some big saves made by Robert Brechtel. Faceoff's going to come to his left. It's going to be Mulcahy on the draw for the Cyclones. Lerman on the draw. That's 55. That's Clara Gillen on the draw for the Irish Rovers. Out into center ice with it. That's Gabe Hartford on the backhand. Down by the red line. Kept in at the point by Gillen again. Out to center ice with it. Here comes Olson. 1-on-2. Takes it wide. Out to the far side on the backhand. In the corner. Good defense there by the Irish Rovers. TJ Hyduck forced the man into the corner, and the Cyclones could do nothing with that offensive possession, but they get the puck back here. 1-on-1 down in that far corner. Hyduck up along the far boards and cleared out by Annika Payne. Chasing it down, Owen Bradley in his own zone. 7:25 left in the first period. Still no score. Fox Valley Ice Arena, the NIHL game of the week. Brought to you by Stream Sports Midwest. I hope you're having a fantastic Saturday morning / afternoon. Here comes an opportunity for the Cyclones in. Shot from a bad angle. Whistles through the slot by Xavier Janicek. Back to the point. Shot to flex in. Janicek again. Puts it over the net. Comes out the near side. And the Irish Rovers are able to get the puck up to center ice, but it's stolen there. They have to wait. and it's dumped in by Feinberg. Nice job by Dylan to wait for his man to clear, dump it in, allow his line mates to go change, and now they can forecheck. Irish Rovers sling it out to center ice, right onto the stick of Priel Lerman, and it's going to be whistled down for an offsides as Lerman passed it over to Alex Slag and went in ahead of the play. So faceoff's going to come outside now of the Cyclones defensive zone. 6.5 left to go here in period 1. That's Edmond and Mulcahy on the draw. It's won by Mulcahy. Olsen now across the blue line. Takes it wide, has it sticked away from him. Back to the point. Owen Bradley walks in, fires the wrist shot. It deflects wide of that far post and into the corner harmlessly. Nice low wrist shot, though, an opportunity for the Cyclones. Cleared down into the Cyclone zone now by the Irish Rovers. They have the puck down in the near corner. That is Lasowski. Puts it forward onto the stick of Olsen. Olsen's bodied, puck's knocked away. Lasowski comes over to Bradley here on the near side. Bradley steps around a couple of defenders and will go in offsides, and we will have a face-off again outside of the Irish zone. Sorry about that. Having some audio issues. I lost my sound in my headphones, but I got it repaired. Again, I'm doing everything today, so everything takes a little longer than it normally would. That's Annika Payne, throws it forward, looking for Evan Stevens down low. They misconnect on that pass attempt. Cleared back in, though, by the Irish Rovers. Banged up off the glass, kept in at the point, and skating out with its Dylan Feinberg. Feinberg now out to center ice. Walks across the blue line with it. Feinberg, top of the faceoff dot, fires the wrist shot. Left pad save made by Brechtel. Behind the net, up along the far half boards. Cleared out, and I think that's going to be whistled down for an icing here against the Irish Rovers. It will. Faceoff's going to come down to the other side of the rink. And I want to thank those of you who have checked in here so far. It looks like we've got the Gearmans checking in, watching their son Sam in net, and our good friend of the channel, Arturo, checking in from Mexico City. Hope you're all having a wonderful Saturday morning / afternoon as we get ready for Thanksgiving. Can't believe it's already Thanksgiving. Puck is centered behind the net. Thrown around and out. Comes out to center ice. Race for the puck. That's Lasowski is going to be the first one on it, with Barhide chasing him. Back to the point. Emmett Farrell. Excuse me, that's 22, not 2. That's Tanner O'Reilly. Opportunity here on the stick shot. Right pad save. O'Reilly with the one-timer. It's deflected wide as Gearman was a little out of position on that second shot, but fortunate that the shot was deflected wide. The Irish had a wide open net. That's Slag, top of the faceoff dot, walks in between the dots, gets some space, shoots it wide. Puck squirts out the other end, and first sustained pressure of the afternoon for the Irish Rovers here comes with 4 minutes left in the first period. Andrew Zubel loses it to Priel Lerman. Lerman up ahead to Slag. Slag tries to feed Lerman. Good defense there by Alex Olsen on the back check. He gets the puck out. It will squirt down into I almost called them Notre Dame. That was bound to happen, into the Irish zone. Back out to center ice. Misconnect on that pass. And Cameron Chiniweiss will play that one. Up with it now is Janicek. Xavier Janicek with a bunch of speed across the blue line. Has it stick checked. Gets it out wide to Katoza. Katoza mishits that pass a little bit, but the Cyclones get the puck back. Backhanded towards the slot area. Nothing doing. And Cash Becker comes out the other side with it. Becker skates around one defender, skates around two, creates some space. Cash Becker in, top of the faceoff dot, shot, save made by Gearman, and Gearman will cover up for a whistle. Nice individual effort there by Cash Becker, starting behind his own net and was able to get into a dangerous shooting area and get that shot off. Save made by Gearman. 3:13 left in period number 1 of still a scoreless hockey game. Some really good opportunities for both teams, but as always, or as we usually see in NIHL, some fantastic goaltender play. Behind the net. That puck was attempted to be thrown out there by Geisel. Lisowski drop pass for Zubel. Zubel back to Lisowski. The shot whistles wide of that near post. That was a hard slap shot, glove high. Lisowski gets it right back, walks across the blue line, whiffs on the wrist shot this time. Puck's just sitting there, and the Irish are able to get it out to center ice. Bradley mishits it, and that gives the Rovers an opportunity. They dump it in. Mulcahy in the skates. Nobody knows where it is. Now they find it. That puck did clear the blue line as Cash Becker tried to dump it in, but that'll be whistled down for an offsides. That's Gillen and Janicek on the draw. Draw is won by the Irish. Clara Gillen on the forecheck. Comes out of the zone, bounces back in, and that will be another offsides. There is no delayed offsides in NIHL, so you don't get that opportunity to clear the zone. If you're in the zone when the puck comes across, the whistle blows. Face-off won this time by Janicek. Walks forward with it, has it taken away from him. Gets it right back, though, across the blue line along those far half boards. Backhanded pass. Puck comes out, and racing for it will be Clara Gillen. Gillen one-on-one. Gillen walks into the high slot area. They get the puck back. Nice left pad stick save made by Gearman. The puck is thrown out where the Irish Rovers will gather possession. Feathered up off the boards. Stevens now across the blue line. Centers it to Gillen. Gillen gets it back to Stevens. Stevens on the backhand, back to the point. Shot from the point, right pad save. Backhand, and it gets through. Clara Gillen on the backhand rebound, squirts through Sam Gearman, and the Irish Rovers take a 1-0 lead. You put the puck on the net, and good things will happen for you, and we saw it right there. Shot from the point by TJ Hyduck. Found the stick of Gillen, and she was able to get that backhand between the post and the arm of Sam Gearman to give the Irish Rovers a 1-0 lead here with about a minute left in the first period. Coming the other way with it is Alex Olson. He backhands it down deep behind Brechtel, who hasn't seen much action over the second half of this first period. Cyclones put a lot of pressure on him early on, but the Rovers have sort of taken control of this game here. Puck comes all the way in on Gearman. He will cover up. 49 seconds left to go here in period 1. Irish Rovers with a 1-0 lead. Clara Gillen on the rebound backhand beats Sam Gearman for the only goal here early on. Back to the point, taken away by the Cyclones. Skated up, that's Lisowski. Lisowski walks in. Lisowski with a hard wrist shot. Nice left pad save, kicked into the corner by Gearman. He's had to be sharp. Top of the right faceoff dot, walks into the slot, deflected wide. Katoza shot, beautiful right pad save made by Brechtel. Got that toe out and was able to kick it into the corner. Wow. Best save of the day so far made by Brechtel. Another opportunity here. Shot deflects in. That is a shot from the point by, I believe that was Fitzgerald's, Noah Fitzgerald's with the shot from the point. It deflected, I think, off the stick of Emmett Farrell and past Sam Gearman, and we are all tied at 1. So low, hard shot from the point, hit a stick, and ends up in the back of the net, and it's 1-1. Draws one. Cyclones come forward, and that will do it for the first period. A 1-1 game as the Cyclones get this thing even in the waning seconds of the first period. Goal's going to go to Fitzgerald, but it hit but it hit a stick in front of the net 100% and deflected into the back of the net. So Clara Gillen for the Irish Rovers, Noah Fitzgerald's for the Cyclones, and we are knotted at 1 after 1. All NIHL teams are playing their regular season games. Each team is working to collect the points that will help them earn a place in the league's end of season tournament. Keep your eye on the NIHL.info website and the NIHL Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages for upcoming broadcasts of NIHL games. Our next broadcast will be tomorrow afternoon at 2:40 p.m. when the Midwest Blackbirds visit the Chicago Blues in a Bantam Gold contest. Tune in on the NIHL Facebook page. That will be my partner, Eric Willowite, and myself. We will be back together for that one. We are getting ready for second period action and what was a fun first 12 minutes. Clara Gillen on the backhand off a rebound shot from the point. Eluded Sam Gearman and went into the back of the net and then down at the other end. As the period was ending, Noah Fitzgerald's in between the faceoff dots, took a shot. It went off of, I believe it was number 2, Emmett Farrell, off his stick and deflected right past Robert Brechtel. You can see Emmett kind of bang his stick on the ice. Nothing you can do about that. Just trying to get in the way, and it hits you and goes past your goalie, and we are tied. We're getting ready here for second period action. Very, very good goaltending here in the first period by both teams. Some really, really good scoring opportunities on both sides. The teams will switch sides. Irish Rovers now going left to right. Cyclones right to left. Janicek walks across the blue line with it. Walks right in. Puck's top of the slot. Squirts in on Brechtel, and he has to cover up. 10 seconds in, an offensive zone faceoff here for the Cyclones. Faceoff's going to come to the right of Robert Brechtel. Excuse me, it's going to come to the left of Robert Brechtel. It's Janicek and Edmond on the draw here. Cooper Edmond for the Rovers. Xavier Janicek for the Cyclones. One by Janicek, shot, rips that wrist shot past the far post. It comes out the other way. Craven is knocked away, cleared down in by Cash Becker. Becker on the forecheck. Cleared up and out of the zone. Race for the puck. Fitzgerald's comes down. Fitzgerald's in on the backhand. Throws the backhand in. Nice blocker save made by Brechtel. Janicek. Olsen now. Olsen looking for some place to go with the puck. Takes it wide. The shot in on just eludes the stick of Janicek, who was standing in the blue paint. An opportunity to knock that in. Potential 2-on-1 coming the other way. That's Easton Geisel. Geisel, good stick work there by the Cyclones to knock that away. Rovers now. Farrell throws it forward, taken back by the Cyclones. Fitzgerald walks in, and Janicek had taken a spill, gone in ahead of the play, and Fitzgerald just leaves the puck sitting right on the faceoff dot there. So 10:52 left to go in the middle period, 1-1. Clara Gillen for the Rovers. Noah Fitzgerald for the Cyclones. And there is Clara Gillen. Has it knocked away, taken back by Evan Stevens. Stevens from his knees, pass to Gillen, banged up off the boards, taken away by the Cyclones. It's Mulcahy. Jack Mulcahy walks across the blue line with it, takes it wide, stops there, backhanded pass into space. 2-on-1 opportunity here now for the Irish Rovers. That's Gabe Hartford, falls down, backhanded towards the goal by Annika Payne behind the net. Puck is kept in by the Irish Rovers, dumped down in deep by Gillen. Cyclones try the other side. They can't get it out there. Cleared right back in. That's Payne, Annika Payne. Backhanded it, pass into Gillen. Gillen can't corral that pass. Stevens falls down in the corner, and the Cyclones are finally able to get the puck out to center ice. Thrown right back in, but that will be an offsides. 9:47 left here in the middle period. Faceoff's going to come at center ice. We are at the home, as you can see, of the Chicago Steel. United States Hockey League, one of the best teams in the USHL year after year, the Chicago Steel. Puck squirts around in center ice for the moment. Olsen, one hands it, gets it across the blue line, takes it wide at the faceoff dot, walks in, tries to pick top corner. I think Brechtel got his stick on that one to keep that out of the net. Opportunity, that's Janicek. Janicek walks in and out of the glove. Janicek on the wraparound attempt. Good stick work there by the Irish Rovers. Puck bounces around in the blue paint, and the Rovers bang it up off the boards, and they get it out to center ice. Olsen again, though, comes back the other way. Alex Olsen now tries the other side, goes wide with it as Janicek down on the near side, whistles that wide, back to the point. It's a skate, and O'Reilly is able to back it out of the zone. In on it, though, is Slade. Slade walks in all alone. Forehand, backhand, hits it. Behind the net shot, and it's covered up by Gearman. So Alex Slade didn't give up. He hit. He tried to go forehand, backhand, just lost control of the puck, but didn't give up. Down from behind the blue line, was able to center it for an opportunity for the Irish Rovers to the right of Sam Gearman. In that far corner now, behind the net. And it's covered up again. And I think the Irish Rovers wanted a penalty called, but nothing doing. Faceoff's going to come to the right now of Gearman. We got a message from one of the Cyclones who are not in attendance today. Zach Deering says, stay on the puck. Good advice. Banged up by the Irish Rovers out to center ice. Lasowski now in the neutral zone. Throws it over to the far side. It's Owen Bradley. Walks across the blue line, and I guess that was offsides. Cyclones had 4 players right along the blue line. One of them went in ahead of the play. 8:07 left to go in the second period. 1-1 the score. The Irish Rovers got on the board first. Clara Gillen on a rebound attempt, backhand that went between the arm and the post of Sam Gearman. But just as the period was ending for the Cyclones, Noah Fitzgerald took a shot from in between the faceoff dots that hit a blue stick and went into the back of the net. Janicek steals the puck here. Janicek centers, looking for Fitzgerald, knocked away. Janicek has it again, stops, takes it down low, wide. Good stick work there. Keep that puck away from Olsen. Kept in at the point, though, by the Cyclones. Down deep, Hartford in. Janicek go for it. Hartford will win that battle. Hits a body, thrown out into the paint. Shot in by Olsen. Save made by Brechtel. Right along the blue line, right along the red line. Olsen with a bad angle shot forces Brechtel to make the save. Olsen has the puck again. Over to Janicek. Fancy stick work, put into the slot, sticked away by Brechtel again. Kept in down there by Fitzgerald for the moment. Loses it to Hartford, and Hartford's able to get it out to center ice and give the Rovers a chance to breathe here a little bit, as that was a couple of good opportunities for the Cyclones. Puck into the Cyclones' end now. Feinberg tries to play it out. Gets another opportunity, throws it up off the boards, put towards the net, where Mulcahy tries to get it out and can't. The Irish Rovers able to keep it in. That's Gillen, slides that one through the crease, sticked away by Gearman. Over to the far side and out. Taken back. Up ahead, that is TJ Hyduck. Hyduck walks in at the faceoff dot, fires the wrist shot, pad save made by Gearman. Down low, that's Slade. Slade behind the red line, tries to center it, looking for Barheit. And it's knocked away, and a 2-on-2 here developing. That's Carson Katoza, and he's going to be called for offsides as Andrew Zubel went in ahead of the play there. The faceoff's going to come outside of the Irish zone. .6:12 left to go here in the second period. We're going to have a goalie change as Robert Brechtel will come out, and he played a fantastic first half of this hockey game. Brody Kucera is now in for the Irish Rovers. Number 1 down to your left. Comes into a 1-1 hockey game. So I was really impressed by Robert Brechtel. Put towards the net. Knocked away. Irish Rovers try to play the puck, and it's taken back by the Cyclones. Backhanded out and cleared out to center ice by the Cyclones. They walk through Janicek and Olsen. Olsen tries the slap pass, knocked away from him, and the Irish Rovers have it. They come out to center ice with it. That's Matt Schell. First time I've called Matt's name. Matt tries the pass. It deflects wide, knocked into the corner by Owen Bradley. Bradley up off the boards. Back to the point to Barheit. Barheit has it. Throws it to space. Lisowski up to Olsen. Olsen centers it. Almost a breakaway there for Fitzgerald's, but they couldn't corral the puck. It's cleared down into the Irish zone. Get it up to Barheit, number 25, eludes him. It's Dylan Feinberg. Taken back by Slague. Slague walks in, tries the self-pass. He can't. Thrown up off the boards, kept in by the Irish Rovers. Top of the faceoff dot, sticked behind the net by Gearman. Slague on the other side. Centering pass taken away, taken back again, shot in, gloved and covered by Sam Gearman with 4:40 now left to go here in the second period. Still 1-1. Goal in the waning seconds of that first period by the Geneva Cyclones gets them even as the first goal of the game scored by the Irish Rovers. Clara Gillen, shot from the point, gloved down easily by Sam Gearman. Made that look simple through traffic. Faceoff's going to come to his right. Mulcahy on the draw for the Cyclones, and I can't tell who it is for the Irish because he's got his jersey tucked. And if you've listened to Eric and I talk, parents, don't let your kids tuck their jerseys. It makes my job impossible. I'm kidding. Kids can do whatever they want, but yeah, I can't see the number when it's tucked in. Believe that's Edmund who took the draw, as we are about 12 seconds past that now. I think we're going to have our first penalty of the game. We are. The Cyclones are going to be short-handed. That is Andrew Zubel in the penalty box. We'll see exactly what the call is for here. Looks like a cross-check on number 43. So a team that's already short-handed, the Geneva Cyclones, short a couple of players. Now short one more for the next 2 minutes as Zubel is in the box. Janicek is able to flip it forward, chase it down. Goes around Farrell. Here comes Janicek. Walks in. Shot goes wide. Farrell now tries to get the puck out to center ice. He does. Janicek again. Forward with it is Cash Becker. Becker walks in. He's hooked down, and the Cyclones are going to be 2 skaters short here for 1:27. So a 5-on-3 for almost a full minute and a half here for the Irish Rovers. So this is an opportunity for them 100% to retake the lead here in the second period. Faceoff's going to come to the right of Sam Gearman, and he's going to have to be their best penalty killer here over the next 87 seconds. We're going to have a timeout called. Not sure which team called it. It's either going to be the Cyclones talking about how they're going to handle this 5-on-3 or the Irish Rovers on how they're going to try to capitalize on this 5-on-3. The second penalty was on Owen Bradley, number 2. So you can see Bradley and Andrew Zubel down in the penalty box. You can get a nice close-up shot of the Sinners as they were. So an opportunity now for the Irish Rovers to get back into this one. .345 left to go. Face-off is going to come down to the right of Sam Gearman. So there's 4 white jerseys out there right now. There shouldn't be. There should only be 3. There we go. One of them will leave the ice. Fitzgerald's, Janicek, and it looks like Dylan Feinberg are the 3 skaters out there for the Cyclones. Irish Rovers back to the point. Over to Farrell. Farrell loads up. Shot goes wide. Kept in at the point. Hartford skates that wide. Top of the faceoff dot. Stops. Goes on his backhand. Falls down. Taken away by Stevens. Stevens down deep with it. Stevens back to Hartford. Hartford in. Shot deflects down. Heiduck tries to get it in. He can't. And here comes Fitzgerald. Shorthanded. 1-on-1. Fitzgerald goes around the defense. Fitzgerald walks in. Shot score! Noah Fitzgerald, shorthanded, walks in and gives the Cyclones a 2-1 lead. Nice outlet pass by the Cyclones. A heady play by Noah Fitzgerald as he was able to beat the defense, walk in all by himself, and give the Cyclones a 2-1 lead here while shorthanded as we approach the end of the second period. Still 5-on-3 for another 43 seconds. Then Zubel will come out of the box. Big faceoff win by the Cyclones, thrown forward. Olsen has it knocked away by Shell. Up to Slade. 2-on-1 developing. Slade and Barheit. Slade walks in. Slade goes wide with it. Behind the net. Slade again. And it's skated out by Lisowski. Lisowski 1-on-4 with a ton of speed. Lisowski bangs into Matt Shell at the blue line, and that will do it for one of the 2 power plays as Shell and Lisowski banged into each other at the blue line, and Shell's going to go to the box here for, I assume, a roughing penalty. Yep, that is the call on the ice. Matt Shell, 2 minutes for roughing, so that will do it for one of the power plays. I guess it'll be 4-on-3 here now for another 9 seconds, and 4-on-4 for 42 seconds, and then the Cyclones will have about a minute 20-second power play. Up to Slade. Slade has it, puts it towards the slot area, almost knocked into the net by Jack Mulcahy, but Mulcahy turns around and just rips it down the net, down the ice rather. And we are 4-on-4 now for another 18 seconds, then a minute 17 power play for the Cyclones. Huge kill for the Cyclones. Not only did they kill it, they took the lead while they were down 4-on-3, kept in at the point, and the Cyclones now will skate out with it. Mulcahy loses it. Coming the other way with it is Farrell. Thrown forward. Slade walks in. Slade top of the faceoff die, fires the wrist shot. Left pad save made by Gearman. Up off the boards. Cleared in deep. Back to the point, gets away from Farrell, out to center ice. We're down to a minute 15 left here in the second period. Shot in by Cash Becker, sticked into the corner by Gearman. Up off the boards and out to center ice. 30 seconds left on the penalty to Shell. Battle for it at center ice, Lehrman. Cyclones have it. They lose it. And it's dumped in by the Irish Rovers. 10 seconds left on the penalty. 33 left in the second period. 2-1, Cyclones with the lead. Shell steps out of the box, steps right into the play, walks in with it, takes the puck back, fires the wrist shot, whistles high and wide. It's around 18 seconds left in the second period now. Rovers looking for one last opportunity here in the second period. We're down to the final 10. They're going to change their offensive line, or their forward line rather. Shot from the point. That will do it for the second period. So a shorthanded goal by Noah Fitzgerald on a 5-on-3 would give his team a 2-1 lead as we go to period number 3. Chicago Blackhawks are proud to sponsor the Northern Illinois Hockey League. Hawks fans, be sure to follow these upcoming games. Tonight, 6 p.m., the Blackhawks are in Beantown to take on my team, the Boston Bruins. Tomorrow at 6 p.m., the Blackhawks return home to take on the Pittsburgh Penguins. And then Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving in Dallas, the Blackhawks will take on the Stars. Don't miss the Chicago Blackhawks in action. Chicago Blackhawks are proud to announce that the Chicago Blackhawks Rivalry Series kicks off this month with games featuring Benet versus Providence, Fenwick versus St. Ignatius, and Glenbrook North versus Glenbrook South. To see game dates, times, and details, head over to blackhawks.com/youth hockey. So 2-1 Cyclones here as we get ready to start period number 3. Both teams skating 5 to a side. Bit of a delay here. Oh, we're waiting for the in-between period clock to get started. So 2 goals by Noah Fitzgerald, 1 by Clara Gillen. All the scoring here. It's Easton Geisel. Geisel shot deflected wide. Jeannie Weiss up around the far side. Banged up off the boards again. Cyclones walk out with it into the Irish Rovers zone, but it's cleared right back out, thrown right back in, and that will be an icing. Or excuse me, an offsides. I know my rules. Just underway here in the third period, 25 seconds in. Faceoff's going to come at the center ice. That is Gillen and Mulcahy on the draw. Jack Mulcahy, Clara Gillen. It's 1 by Gillen. Up ahead to Annika Payne. Payne dumps and chases. Owen Bradley behind the net. Hounded there by Stevens. Cleared up, but not out. Kept in by the Irish Rovers. Comes down here in front of us. Pass, attempted breakout pass to Mulcahy. Just eludes him. Gillen safely to Hartford. Hartford out to center ice with some space. Takes the space given to him, walks down the near side, mishandles the puck. And it comes back out to the Irish zone, and that will be an icing with 10:51 left to go here in the third period. Both teams looking for their first victory of the season. The Cyclones are 0-2 or 0-1-1 rather, while the Irish Rovers are 0-1. These two teams will play again in about 5.5 hours on the other rink here at the Fox Valley Ice Arena. Rovers, of course, from South Bend, so they're making that trip out here worth it with a doubleheader. Puck squirts in on Gearman, who covers up easily for the save. We've done some games out in South Bend at the Ice Box, and we had a lot of fun out there. It's a bit of an older rink, but from a broadcasting perspective, it's great. We're elevated kind of like we are here, and it's just a fun place to call a hockey game. I think we did 2 or 3 games there last season. Up ahead, stolen away by Matt Schell. Taken right back by Olsen, throws it forward. That's Fitzgerald's again, looking for the Hattie. Nice left pad save, and then a right pad save by Kucera as the second shot came off the stick of one of his own skaters. Kucera had to flash both pads that time. Puck comes out to center ice. Barheit tries to play it through. He can't. Janasek comes the other way with a bunch of speed. Janasek walks in. Janasek top of the faceoff dot. Shot deflects into the far corner. Where's Shell now? Shell walks out. Taps it forward. Pass up ahead looking for Slade. Eludes Alex, and that will be an icing called on the Rovers. So Brody Kucera flashes the left pad, then flashes the right pad to keep this a 2-1 game with 9:50 now left to go here in this hockey game. It's Jack Mulcahy on the draw for the Cyclones. Behind the net with it, Emmett Farrell. Farrell comes out the near side with it. Again, you're taking the space that the Cyclones give him. He takes it wide. Down by the red line. The puck comes in, and Gehrman forced to make the save. So Emmett Farrell with a solo rush there. Came in off the red line. Puck sort of squirted off of his stick a little bit, but still in on net. Draws a face-off. It's Edmond taking the draw. Cooper Edmond, number 18, takes the draw for the Irish. Back to the point, knocked down by a Cyclone stick along the near half boards now. Up off the boards, attempted self-pass by Zubel. Behind the net with it now. Cyclones come out with it. Puck is out to center ice and cleared the length of the ice. That will be an icing, so the faceoff's going to come all the way down to the left of Sam Gehrman, who's played a really, really nice hockey game. All three goalies have played a very nice hockey game here this afternoon. Face-off to Gehrman's right. Gillen on the draw. It's won by the Irish as they're able to keep it in along those near half boards. Two skaters to a side right in front of me. Back to the point and out to center ice. Heiduck stands at his own blue line, puts it forward to Annika Payne. Payne kicks it with her skate forward, right onto a white jersey. Olsen knocked away and delayed offsides. Not in the literal sense, it was just a delayed call. But there is no delayed offsides here in NIHL, so 8.5 left to go in the hockey game. Cyclones with a 2-1 lead over the Rovers. Faceoffs just outside of the Cyclones zone. Draws one by the Rovers. Taken right back, though, by the Cyclones at center ice. Potential 3-on-1. Walking across with it is Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald's the drop pass. The shot deflects in. Save made by Kucera, and Brody will cover up for the save again. Noah Fitzgerald's making things happen for the Cyclones as he's got both goals here for Geneva this afternoon, looking for that hat trick to give his team their first regular season win of the season. Draws to the right of number 1, Brody Kucera. Won by the Irish, kept in though by Janasek. Janasek takes that wide on his backhand. Little bad angle shot, backhanded into the slot. Blue jerseys there come out with it. Kept in at the point, hard shot from the point, and that hits Clara Gillen, and Clara is down and in some pain. She took that slap shot from the point. She's on her knees, and she is making her way to the bench. She took that in the gut, maybe knocked the wind out of her. She's going to make her way over to the bench, getting her stick taps. She took that in the left arm, it looks like. She's shaking that left arm out. Hard slap shot from the point. Caught her in that left arm. And she went down pretty quickly, but bounced right back up. As a hockey player, she's tough. Facing off to the right of Brody Kucera. 7:58 left to go in the third period. 2-1. Cyclones with the lead. Rovers got on the board first as the aforementioned Clara Gillen would get the scoring started on a backhand rebound, but a couple of goals by Fitzgerald. Here's a breakaway opportunity for the Rovers. Walking in all alone is Slade. Slade walks in, shot, save made by Gehrman, keeping this thing at a 2-1 score. So best opportunity in the third period here for the Rovers as number 26, Alex Slade, walked in all alone and had everything on that shot, and Gehrman up to the task to keep this thing a one-goal hockey game at 2-1. Face off to the right of Sam. I think he may have gotten dinged a little on that shot as he got up a little slowly, but appears to be no worse for wear. Far half boards. Flipped forward, kept in at the point. Hard shot from the point, deflects down, puck's in the blue paint area, comes out, and Mulcahy will skate out with it. And he just bangs it out to center ice. Because they don't scrape the ice in between periods, that will not go down for an icing. Comes out to the Chicago Steel logo where it's taken away by Janasek. Janasek has it taken right back by Slade. Slade walks in. Slade looking for another opportunity. Takes that one wide, stops the faceoff dot. Tries to get it back to the point and can't. Coming out the other way with it is Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald has it knocked away from him. Gets it back at the near point where he just pitchforks it down low to Janasek. Janasek throws it out, but the only person there is Nixon Barhyde. Barhyde throws it forward, eludes his intended target. Dylan Feinberg now up to center ice. Fitzgerald's again across the red line. Fitzgerald's 2-on-1 with Olsen. Throws it over to Olsen. Olsen on the backhand. Backhanded shot goes wide of the near post with 6.5 left to go. Back to the point. Shot deflected. And the Irish Rovers try to get it out. They can't. A collision at the top of the near faceoff dot. Kept in again by Feinberg. No, he did not keep it in. That will be an offsides. Faceoff will come outside of the Irish Rovers zone with 6:20 left to go now in the third period. Cyclones looking for their first win. Rovers looking for their first win. And they'll play again in about, I don't even know what time it is at this point. They'll play again in about 5 hours. So they'll get a chance to go home, have some lunch, watch some football, and then come back and play again. Here's Emmett Farrell, stops at the near faceoff dot, gets it on his forehand, attempted pass, knocked away by the Cyclones, kept in by the Rovers at the point. Mulcahy has it sticked away from him by Crew Craven. Slung around the near side. At the near faceoff dot behind the net now. Comes out the far side. Carson Katoza up and out to center ice. Benji Lasowski. Lasowski now takes that one wide. Lasowski walks in on the backhand, goes to the forehand, overskates it. And Cash Becker for the Irish Rovers throws it forward. That's going to be an icing, I believe, whistled down on the Irish Rovers. Yes, it will. So 5:28 left to go here in this hockey game. 2-1. Cyclones with the lead. Faceoff is going to be to the right of Brody Kucera, who came in midway through the second period. Janasek on the draw against, I believe that's Clara Gillen, number 55. Draws one, sticked into the corner by Kucera behind the net. Another opportunity, tuck chance by the Cyclones. Knocked away by Kucera again into the near corner. Rovers will come out with it. Hartford into center ice. Knocked away from him, but right onto the stick of Stevens. Stevens with the wrist shot, whistles wide, knocked down partially by Gehrman. Back to the point, knocked out to center ice. And that is Fitzgerald's. Fitzgerald has his legs knocked out from underneath him, and the Rovers are going to be shorthanded for the trip. So Noah Fitzgerald's been dangerous, scored 2 goals here for the Cyclones this afternoon. Draws a penalty right there with 4:51 left to go in the third period. So for the next 2 minutes, Cyclones will be a man up as number 19, Matt Schell, will go to the box for the Rovers. Face off to the right of Brody Kucera. Again, we got Gillen and Janasek on the draw. Draws one this time by Janasek. Back to the point to Bradley. Bradley his shot's knocked down. And here comes Stevens the other direction, 3-on-1, and a hand pass called on the Rovers. Rovers don't agree with it, but it's whistled down as a hand pass. That was a potential 3-on-1 that was shot down by that hand pass. Faceoff's going to be in the neutral zone on the far side in front of the Irish Rover bench with 4:42 left to go in the third period. Janasek and Gillen again. See who wins round number 3. Janasek again walks forward with this one. Goes down low beneath the red line. Attempted centering pass knocked behind the net. Pushed back out to the near side. Stevens walks out with this one. Got Becker with him. Nice stick work there by Lisowski to knock that one away. Puck right at the blue line. Lisowski gets it out to center ice. Gillen battles for it. And that is Fitzgerald's again. Janasek backhanded pass finds Olsen. Olsen on the backhand. Olsen down low with it. Centering feed. 2 white jerseys there. Neither of them are able to knock it home. And the puck somehow stays out of the net. Stevens the other direction now. And we don't have a whistle. I thought we had a whistle. That is Cash Becker. Becker slings it through the slot, but there's nobody there. And the Cyclones try to get it out. They can't. Puck bounces around that near faceoff dot. Cleared back in by Gillen for just a second. Lisowski flips it off the boards and out to center ice. Zubel now has it sticked away from him. He's able to backhand it into the zone onto the stick of Farrell. Farrell falls to his knees but keeps playing it onto this. Now looking for Katoza. Knocked away from Katoza by Hyduck. TJ Hyduck slings it around, up and out to center ice. Dylan Feinberg, backhanded pass there to Sheenweiss. Rovers trail 2-1 with 3 minutes left. There's 10 seconds left on the power play. A 3-on-2. No offsides called there. That was a close one. That pass eludes Slade. Slade puts it into the slot, gets it back on his backhand. Knocked away from him this time. Mulcahy behind the net. Mulcahy comes out to the far side. He's got some space. The long cross ice pass. Looking for Fitzgerald's, knocked away. Hyduck has it top of the offensive zone. It hits a body, comes out the other direction. In with it is Janasek. Janasek to Fitzgerald's. Fitzgerald's misses the net. Backhanded attempt through the paint and out the other side. Xavier Janasek somehow not able to tuck that in. Another opportunity here for the Cyclones as Kucera has no stick and he makes the right pad save. The puck is cleared and the Rovers get an opportunity here at center ice with 2 minutes left. On his head, Brody Kucera with no stick. In now is Olsen. Olsen takes that wide, puts the backhander in from a low angle, knocked out by Kucera, and out to center ice with it comes Slade. Slade got a breakaway earlier in the period. Top of the faceoff dot, shot in, deflected wide. Slade goes and gets it behind the net. It's stuck at the net, backhanded into the slot area. It's sitting in the high slot in the paint and kept out of the zone. Kept out of the goal, rather. Edmond with the backhand flip. And Sam Gearman says, enough of that. He gloves it down for a faceoff. With 1:28 left to go here in the hockey game, the Rovers trail the Cyclones 2-1. No scoring here in the third period. Shorthanded goal is the difference. Noah Fitzgerald on a 5-on-3. Beautiful individual effort. Was able to put his team out in front in the second period, and Sam Gearman has made that stand up here in the third. So again, our next broadcast will be tomorrow. Eric and I will be live in Bensonville at the Edge Ice Arena for the Midwest Blackbirds and the Chicago Blues in a Bantam 14U gold contest. Again, we'll be live on the NIHL Facebook page. We'll go live, I don't know, about 2:30 or so, where you can jump in and kind of get yourself situated. We'll be live talking on the air about 5 minutes after that. And then we get a bit of a break. We'll probably be bringing you some games post-Thanksgiving, but that schedule is TBD at this point as we work with some of the teams, work with Ruben Medina, our good friend Ruben, who does all the hard work. Eric and I just show up and watch hockey. Ruben is the one who does all the hard work, and he's the one who puts the schedule together for Eric and myself so we can bring you all of these NIHL hockey games. We did over 70 games a year ago for the Northern Illinois Hockey League, and it was a blast. It was an absolute blast. This is our second year being involved with NIHL, and we have an absolute fantastic time doing this. Most of the games end up like this. They're really well played. Love watching the kids compete. And the Rovers look to get the equalizer in the final 90 seconds. They have it down low. They have no goalie as they have pulled Kusera. Thrown down the length of the ice, and that will miss the net and will be an icing. So 69 seconds left to go here in the third period. 2-1. Cyclones with the lead. Face off to the right of Sam Gierman. That is Cooper Edmond on the draw against Xavier Janicek. It's won by the Cyclones, knocked away, shot in, save made by Gierman off the stick of Barheit. And that one almost squeaked through that right arm and body of Gierman, but he was able to keep that arm tucked against his body for a whistle. Mulcahy this time will take the draw against Edmond to the left of Gierman. But banged around the near side. Clara Gillen goes after it. Clara's the first one there. She centers it. Opportunity for Barheit. Shot. Left pad save made by Gierman, keeping this thing 2-1. All alone in front of the net. That was Barheit, and the puck was kept out. Thrown down the length of the ice. No icing. No, they are going to whistle down the icing. I thought I saw the official wave it off, but a couple of just beautiful saves by Sam Gierman here down the stretch, keeping this thing a 2-1 game. A couple of point-blank opportunities for the Irish Rovers in the final 30 seconds. Still 2-1, 37 seconds exactly left. 6 skaters out there for the Irish Rovers. That's Slig on the draw against Zubel. That's 48. That's Xavier Janicek. Puck is won by the Rovers, but comes out to center ice. On it now is Becker. Becker looks for the equalizer, throws it to the far side. Slig now. Slig's shot hits a stick, bounces up into the netting for a whistle and a face-off with 23.7 now left to go. Draw is going to come to the right, or to the left, I guess, of Gierman. Mulcahy and Slig on the draw. Annika Payne in that shooter's spot in between the face-off dots. Draws one by the Cyclones. Taken away, though. Cyclones get it back. Mulcahy just bangs it up off the boards. It's tipped away. Here comes Fitzgerald's looking for the hat trick. Knocked away from him at the last minute. It's down low. Put into the slot area. Mulcahy with the shot, and he buries the empty netter. Jack Mulcahy puts this game away with the empty net goal with 1.7 seconds left, and that will give the Cyclones a 3-1 lead and a 3-1 victory, and their first victory of this regular season. They will improve to 1-1-1 on the year, while the Irish Rovers will drop to 0-2 on the season. Puck drop. Make it formal, make it official, and it is official as the Geneva Cyclones defeat the South Bend Irish Rovers by the final score of 3-1 in their first of 2 games this afternoon. They're going to be playing again on the other rink at 6:30 p.m. tonight. A lot of fun today, says Zach Deering, says, way to go. So glad you guys were able to watch this game wherever you are. Once again, the final score here from the Fox Valley Ice Arena is the Cyclones 3, the Irish Rovers 1. Eric and I will be back in action tomorrow afternoon at 2:50 out in Bensonville for a Bantam matchup, so stick around for that. So for the managers, all the people here at the Fox Valley Ice Arena, thank you. My name has been Aaron Shellen, and once again, your final score, the Cyclones 3, the Rovers 1. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great